What's up, beautiful people? Hey, I want to take you guys through a little bit of a push workout. So I'm kind of in the process of transitioning from 6 days a week back to 4 or 5 days a week for a little while, just to try it, to let my body adapt, recover a little bit. So the volume is down just a little bit, but I'm going to show you some cool routines, some cool machines to naturally maximize and optimize muscle tissue hypertrophy. Okay, so I'm starting the workout just warming up with some incline dumbbells. I haven't been able to really do heavy incline dumbbells in a while because it kind of irritates my shoulders, so I'm trying to slowly get back and do it, sort of warming up, getting the shoulders, a little bit of the chest loose to be able to get some blood in there. So then I move into a little shoulder pressing. I like this particular machine. This is the Powerlift plate loaded shoulder press. I like to sort of superset the neutral with the prone grip. It just hits the shoulders in a unique and safe way for me, better than just a dumbbell shoulder press. I put a little blanket or a pad behind my back to give me a little bit more of a pre-stretch. There's a very, very subtle convergence with this, as you can see, which I like. The machine is such that it gets heavy at the very end, so you're not going to max out on this machine. But for pure shoulder mass, I think it's a great machine. And the thing is just an absolute beast compared to the hammer strength version. So I'm going to superset a couple chest movements. I'm going to do overhand prone movement here on the hoist rocket chest, and then superset that with a neutral grip. I do like this machine, mostly, if anything, because it's easier on my shoulders. Just a lot of upright chest machines can be hard on the shoulders depending on the movement path. There's a nice convergence on this. I do like the rocket movement, even though people think it's a gimmick, because, again, it really is easier on my shoulders than a lot of other chest presses. And then I actually superset that with this hoist multi-chest. It's a really cool machine. So I'm actually going to do an incline fly to a flat fly to a decline fly. That's the beauty of this machine. Kind of an underrated machine, underappreciated machine, not well-known machine. But you're able to do actually 6 different movements with this if you want. You can superset from a fly to a press. But I'm just trying to do 8 to 10 reps incline fly, 8 to 10 reps flat fly, and then 8 to 10 reps of a decline fly. You can see the slafs movement. You can actually get a decent decline type of feel with this. And the handles do move pretty freely. Just a cool machine you can use in conjunction with dumbbells. And then I'm going to finish the chest portion with supersetting another press move with another fly movement. I'm doing really, really high reps on this HQ line chest press. Really cool machine. I like it because it's kind of a very, very subtle, slight incline. And I think the convergence on this is just perfect. The handles are in perfect position. The angles on the handle to really stimulate the chest fibers, I feel like they're amazing. And then I'm going to superset that with this Polaris vertical fly. Made other videos about this machine, but the cool thing with this machine is the cam. The cam is such that the movement's actually hardest at the very end, which is kind of cool with a fly. You just don't get that with a fly type movement very often. But it's just a unique feel with the Polaris. Then I'm going to do a little rear delt, and then front delt, and then medial or side delt. I like to hit the delts from all angles possible with kind of a higher rep, higher volume type mentality. So I'm doing about 20 to 25 rep sets on this Nautilus rowing torso. Great machine. You've seen me use it before. I like to superset with my hands in this position and then my arms straight up as if it's like a reverse pec deck. And then you'll see here I like to get a 1 to 2 second hold at the very peak contraction. That's why I like this machine a lot. It really lets you get a peak contraction, and it just feels ideal for that particular movement. So I'm going to superset this movement with a strive rear delt. So I like to use this. I like to hit. I'm going to hit actually all three parts of the strength curve with the middle and then the end and then the beginning. Going for just higher reps here, just to try to get adequate stimulation to my shoulders. I find they just don't grow very well unless they have a lot of stimulation. So it's kind of just changing the cam to get a little bit more of the end range, and then I'll change the cam one more time to get a little bit more of the beginning range. It's a cool machine because the angle isn't straight up and down. You can see the angle is kind of slightly back. So when you do the pec fly portion, it's kind of a decline, and when you do the rear delt, it's kind of a slight incline actually. So that's the unique thing that you won't find with other fly machines that this machine offers, which is pretty cool. So then I'm gonna put 2 to 3 sets of 20 to 25 rep high rep, lower weight, good form front raises, chest support front raises with a cable. These are the cool sport track handles. They allow the kind of free supination and pronation of the wrist, which is really comfortable and really nice. Nice just to switch from dumbbells with the Y raise, so the cable Y raises once in a while. And then I'm going to just superset that with 2 to 3 sets of very high rep lateral raise. This is the standing lateral raise. I like to superset facing out, which is a little more rear delt oriented, to facing in, which is a little more medial delt oriented. So these things work well with really, really high reps. So, and a lot of drop sets and supersets. That's why I like to train shoulders that way. Just showing you, I just do 2 or 3 or 4 drop sets here. I don't remember, but anyways, lots of drop sets. Then kind of finishing off with a very little bit of tricep, a little bit of bicep. So playing around with the Sornex Hurricane machine. I love these bands. Just doing a close grip, neutral kind of bench press just with this. Don't need a ton of weight on this because these bands I'm using and these arms on these Sornex Hurricane are actually really heavy. So I care less about the weight anyways. But the idea is that this movement feels really cool. Really safe, really comfortable, and definitely a much better alternative to a barbell close grip bench press. And then I'm going to just finish it off with a little biceps and triceps, just do a little bicep pose curls here with these Star Trek handles. Superset facing out from the machine and then facing into the machine. So I'm just focusing on bringing my hands behind my head and turning and supinating my wrist at the very top of the movement to try to get as much of a muscle fiber contraction as possible. And then you can see I'm just doing the same thing facing in to the machine. Hits them slightly differently, enough to where I like to just superset both of them. And I like higher reps on these things than a lot of weight and lower reps. Kind of fatiguing in the middle. They're taking a slight rest. I'm trying to go for 12 to 15 reps each here. Now I'm going to finish it off with just this Med-X dip machine. Supersetting, trying to find the best positioning here. I'm trying to see what feels best on my tricep. Supersetting from out to in. The out obviously is really good on the triceps. The cool thing with this is I drop the seat down and I kneel down, kind of like a flying dip machine like you would. And then I just kind of lean in and find the right angle where it really hits my triceps the best. These handles are pretty cool because they move out and in, and the in angle, the width of the in angle is really, really tight. I don't know if I've seen another dip machine that's got it where they're so close, and I actually kind of like that because it really hits the long head of the tricep better, I feel. But anyways, it's a cool machine, just kind of finishing with a dip type of movement. So hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments below what you think, anything you want to see, what you guys think of the machines, the movements, the routine. Love to hear your feedback. I'm going to start in the new year another 90-day hypertrophy project like I did this year, just start the new year. So I'm trying to prime my body, not overtrain, but prime my body to get it ready nutritionally, as well as metabolically, to really get the new year off running and really dominate this natural